if we don't break, and I think, we can see the effect of men not leading at home first. We see that young boys now have to figure it out on their own, just like I did, and sounds like just like you did, which creates a whole lot of internal issues. What can dads do if they experience some of these nice guy symptoms? And
If
how can,
what can they do to help their kids?
yeah,
Okay, good. That's such a good question, because I'll be 67 in a month, so I'm tail end baby boomer,
mhm,
and then the generation X after me, and then millennials, and then I lose track of the letters
sure,
after that.
yeah,
And when I started working with nice guys 25 plus years ago, a lot of the men were around my age, maybe a little bit older, maybe a little bit younger, and most of the men identified their childhood. At first, I thought maybe we all had pretty similar childhoods, but there's a lot of different dynamics. But a common core piece is not feeling connected to a healthy, safe male role model,
mhm,
whether that's father, stepfather, um, and so not feeling real connected with men, and maybe even trying to be different from father in some significant way. Maybe dad was absent, alcoholic, working all the time, divorced. And often a lot of boys grow up hearing their mothers talking badly about their fathers,
yep,
complaining about. I did. I mean, that was my job in my household, was
mhm,
listen to my mother complain about
mhm,
my father.
mhm,
So a lot of men I worked with kind of reported that estrangement from father.
mhm,
And and then as I've continued to do work with nice guys, and I do get to now the millennials and the generations below them, men in their 30s and 20s. And now a lot of the guys are saying either they did grow up in single parent homes, as you say, divorce, over half of marriages end in divorce. And so that affects a lot of children. But now a lot of boys, a lot of men I talk to, they're younger, say their father was a nice guy.
mhm,
Because, like, for example, I've got a 37-year-old son,
mm,
and he could honestly say, yeah, my dad was a nice guy.
yeah,
I wrote the book while he was an adolescent. So I was learning, to not be a nice guy while my son was growing up through adolescence, and published the book, about the year he graduated from high school.
mhm,
So, what a lot of guys tell me, these younger men tell me, and I was probably the same way. Well, all they learned from their fathers was don't piss off your mother. That was
mm,
that was training for masculinity.
mm,
Don't piss off your
wow,
mother, because that's what dad was trying to do,
right,
not piss off the mother.
right,
And what's interesting, I work exclusively with men now, and you work primarily with men.
mhm,
And kind of almost a golden rule of maleness nowadays is don't piss off the woman.
mm,
Don't make a woman mad on social media. Don't make a woman mad at work. I mean,
mm,
this isn't just about our girlfriend or wife. It's
mhm,
like we can't piss off any woman because their reaction, might harm us. So
mm,
guys are walking around on eggshells, afraid of doing anything wrong. I'm going to end up a hashtag Me Too
mm,
casualty, or I'll get flamed or canceled or
mm,
attacked, or and you might. But so
true,
we're all walking around not trying not to piss off a woman. So going back to what can we do as men, as fathers, there's a lot of things we can do. But one of the things we can do, of course, is work on the relationship we have with our children's mother.
mm,
Even if we're not married to her, even if
mm,
we're no longer with her, I think the healthier relationship we have, the more boundaried and the more loving relationship we have with the mother of our children, that's going to benefit our children. I
yeah,
remember one time, my stepson was one time his mother, my second wife, was going off on me about something. I think I had left my shoes where she wanted them. She wanted them left right by the front door. And I don't know. And so she was kind of hollering at me, and my stepson was probably all of about 14, says, Pops, you gonna let her treat you like that? And I thought, oh man, I got to role model something better to my son. He's calling me out.
mm,
And then, even like I said, with my son and stepson, I've been realized it took me several years to write No More Mr. Nice Guy. I thought, I got to finish this book so that my sons can see their father follow through. And
mm,
so the relationship we have with the mother of our children is key. Us living with purpose and passion and following
mm,
through on our mission is key. Another thing that I did with my son and stepson is whenever I could, I brought them around other men. Whether it's me playing softball with other men, going camping with other men, going to ball games with